sikat at mapagpalang araw Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. You are watching WWK News. We're here to bring the hottest and latest news. My name is Ronald Diloro.
Mark David Alinyo, simulan na natin ng balitaan.
The RRMC to hold the first face-to-face earthquake drill since pandemic began. Mr. Christian Nildo is here to bring you the eye of the news.
More than 2 years since the onset of COVID-19 pandemic in the country, the National Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council or NDRRMC will conduct its first face-to-face national simultaneous earthquake drill on Tuesday, September 8. Sandro said that the drill will test the interoperability or the ability of the Makati City LGU and the Ayala Property Management Corporation to work together in event of a strong earthquake. Among the scenarios that will be stimulated include community evacuation, activation of incident command, post-fire suppression, search and rescue and collapse structure, response to mass casualty incident, and high-angle rescue. He invited work office, public and private schools, as well as households in Makati City to participate in the earthquake drill and practice their duck over and hold. When they hear the iconic buzzer, which will signal the start of the event, the voluntary drill will also be held simultaneously around the country. We hope that the public will support this. This is really important because we all know that the Philippines is in an earthquake-prone area and we experience earthquake almost daily. The Philippines is located in the Pacific Ring of Fire, a region around the rim of the Pacific Ocean where many volcanic eruptions and earthquakes occur. According to the Philippines Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, PVOLCS, around 20 earthquakes are recorded per day in the country. Just July last 27, a powerful magnitude 7 earthquake struck Abra and shook nearby areas in northern Luzon and Metro Manila, which killed 11 people and injured 16. According to the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, PVOLCS, around 20 earthquakes are recorded per day in the country. Just last July 27, a powerful magnitude 7 earthquake struck Abra and shook nearby areas in northern Luzon and Metro Manila, which killed 11 people and injured 615 others. Since the occurrence of earthquake cannot be predicted, the NDRRMC introduced earthquake drills in school in 2002, which were later expanded to LGUs to push for quake awareness and preparedness, as experts have continuously warned against the possible effects of the cold so big one. The term is associated with the worst possible scenario that may happen not only in the Greater Metro Manila area, but in every region or province that is vulnerable to high magnitude earthquakes. One of the largest earthquakes recorded in the history of the country occurred along the Philippine port in Gabaldon, Nueva Ecija segment in 1645, which spanned 100 kilometers long and generated a 7.9 magnitude tremor, according to the people. The term is associated with the worst possible scenario that may happen not only in the Greater Metro Manila area, but in every region or province that is vulnerable to high magnitude earthquakes. One of the largest earthquakes recorded in the history of the country occurred along the Philippine Fault in Gabaldon, Nueva Ecija segment in 1645, which spanned 100 kilometers long and generated a 7.9 magnitude tremor, according to PVOLCS. The earthquake drill has since been a quarterly event until on March 12, 2020, when the first quarter NSD was called due to the outbreak of the coronavirus in the Philippines. Since then, it was done via BTC, but problems such as blocky internet connection persistently hampered the NDRRMC's smooth conduct of the drill.
Filipino students return to face-to-face classes after 2 years of distance learning. Ms. Jana Garay, magbabalita.
Millions of students trooped back to school on Monday. The first time the most of them will be attending the face-to-face classes in over 2 years due to pandemic. Public and private schools nationwide reopened, with many returning to in-person classes. Over 28.3 million students have enrolled this academic year, the Department of Education, or DepEd, said. More than 24,000 schools, or 46%, will implement 5 days of face-to-face classes, while 29,721 schools will continue to hold classes through blended learning from August to October, according to DepEd data. By November 2, all public and private schools are required by DepEd to transition to full in-person classes. Due to the threat of COVID-19 pandemic, face-to-face classes were not allowed in school years 2020 to 2021 and 2021 to 2022. At the start of the global health crisis, schools shifted to distant learning. For over 2 years since the pandemic struck in March 2020, the Philippines was among the few countries in the world where school had not fully reopened for in-person classes. The much-awaited return to face-to-face classes was made in the protest. Members of the Alliance of Concerned the Teachers staged 800 protests in the Medjola, Manila City to call for the safe reopening classes. The protesters also asked the government to improve the salary and benefits of the teachers. Health vaccination protocols. DepEd carry out a no-discrimination policy, which allows the learner and school personnel to attend face-to-face classes whether or not they are vaccinated against COVID-19. Only 19% of students in the country have been fully vaccinated against COVID-19, while the 92% of teaching and non-teaching personnel have been completed their shots, the department said 3 days before the start of classes. DepEd spokesperson Michael Poa believes the low vaccination rate among learners is largely because COVID-19 immunization is not a prerequisite to return to school. The truth of the matter is the vaccination program of the government is not mandatory, he said on August 19. The directive is far cry from the vaccination requirements carried out during the time of former President Rodrigo Duterte. Deputy Secretary Leonor Briones only allows vaccinated students and teachers to take part of physical classes. DepEd is also rolling out the counseling program alongside mobile vaccination centers this school year to encourage parents and students to get their COVID-19 shots. Students who exhibit flu-like symptoms will be excused from in-person classes. School will not be held liable if a student or person tests positive for COVID-19. The classes opened amid rising COVID-19 cases due to the spread of Omicron subvariants. It was only last week when the Department of Health noted the peak of new infection except in Mindanao. The security measures. The Philippine National Police had deployed 23,000 personnel nationwide to ensure the safety of all learners and school staff. National Capital Region Police Office spokesperson Police Lieutenant Colonel Dexter Versola said 9,700 police personnel were deployed in Metro Manila and so far no untoward incidents have been reported on the first day of school. He said police assistance desks were set up outside school and transportation hubs. Students will also have more options when it comes to commuting. With the return of over 11,000 buses, jeepney, and UV Express vehicles flying non-EDSA routes on Monday. With the start of classes, the Metropolitan Manila Development Authority expects EDSA and another nearby roads to be congested. In a projected volume of vehicles on EDSA will increase to around 436,000 compared to the pre-pandemic volume of approximately 405,000 vehicles. Following the expected traffic jam, MMDA imposed the number of coding shifts in the morning to manage the situation on the road.
Finger and clover, they go together. Finger and clover, my love affair. Lahat sisimutin, sarap ay uubusin. Lover ng clover, my clover finger.
Simut-sarap kasama ang Clover.
News for the day is Cool Smashers with thriller Push 5 Titans to the Brink. Mr. Ashujun Capino is here to bring you the news.
With Chocomocho important, Odina Aliva start at the last minute because of health and safety reason. Creamline also play all Filipinos from near and the halfway point of the second set on and displayed so much the cohesion that real ball Gilis Basa. was kept in the freezer of a 1525, 2520, 2520, 28, and 26. 3 before of 117. Delirious fans at Mall of Asia Arena. Gemma Galanza and said Domingo both came off the bench for the cool smasher in the second set, with Domingo drilling a lot of the big point in the hard pounding. Fourth frame with the finish of the hard-fighting Flying Titans. The local know each the other pretty well, and Yilis was feeling some pain in her shoulder. Said the Creamline coach Sherwin Meneses in Filipino. I guess it was also a blessing that we played all Filipinos. Creamline closed out with its 7-1 card, no one in the classification round, getting no gift from its sister team. Chocomocho, after dropping to 3 of 4, would need a lot of help from the other teams in the remaining games for the elimination to have a chance at the advancing. Despite being playoff set as as last week, the call the Smasher have taken with her feet of the pedal as they are trying to complete a grand slam and would want everyone to be theirs sharpest when the round-robin semifinal starts in over a week. Meanwhile, Cherry Tigo got out of 25-20, 18-25, 25-22, 25-16, and 18-16 victory over the PLDT in the first game to avoid any complication in advancing to the playoff while at the same time shooting the door on the high-speed hitter. It was the sterling comeback from 1-2 down for the crossover who end their elimination round campaign with a 6-2 record. Italy returned to play with the undo advantage game before the first serve. Creamline turned to each the formidable cast of prolific local on Thursday night to win another box office match against sister team Chocomocho and announce the readiness for anyone in the Premier Volleyball League Reinforcement Conference playoff. With Chocomocho important, the Udine Olivia scratched at the last minute because of the health and safety reason. Creamline also played all Filipino from near the halfway point of the second set on display.
Our Chika idol, K-pop idol and actor Cha Yun-mo arrives in Manila for fan meeting. Mr. Jerome is here to bring the Chika. K-pop idol and actor Cha Yun-mo, a member of boy band Astro, arrived in Manila on August 5 for his fan meeting. The 25-year-old star, who is considered one of the most handsome Korean stars today, landed at Ninoy Aquino International Airport Terminal 1 past 10 p.m. On August 6, Cha Yun-mo will meet Filipino fans at his just one 10-minute starry caravan in Manila at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. The Manila stop will be an exciting one of the actor has always been well received by his fans in the Philippines. Besides being K-pop star, Cha Yun-mo has also started in dramas including Gangnam Beauty, Rookie Historian Go Hae-ryung, and True Beauty. It was in October 2019 when Cha Yun-mo last visited Manila when he held his first fan meeting. Cha Yun-mo's just one 10-minute starry caravan in Manila is presented by DNM Entertainment and YOD Entertainment and powered by Smart Communications and VU Philippines. Market Live and Shopee Philippines are event partners.